Alright, what's going on YouTube? Just trying to make a quick video for my 2008 TL Type S. I haven't really seen a video yet on doing this, so I figured I would make one. It's the heel toe kit. Well, I got it from heel toe. It's the torque dampener on an automatic. The manual's basically, the manual is a little bit easier, and you don't need this big giant bracket here because the manual already comes with that bracket. All you would need is everything you see right here. And I'm going to be putting it on my wife's TL Type S 2008. Mark this out. I hope you guys enjoy, and hopefully this gives some insight on somebody else that doesn't know what they're doing. So basically, we're up underneath the car now, as you probably already know. That's the bracket right there that you'll be taking off on the automatic. That one that we're looking at right there. So you take that off so that you can have a place to mount the actual bracket that hooks up to the torque dampener. And like I said, for the manual 6-speed, you do not have to do any of that with that big bracket that wraps around the motor mount, because you already have the holes, the threaded holes drilled into it from the factory. Alright, so first thing first, I mean it's not in the video, but I did remove the strut tower bar right there, all the plastics, got it out of the way. You're gonna have to start, just to get that rear mount support off, you're gonna have to remove this guy, these two nuts right here. They're 17 millimeter, and then you could move on to the rest of it. Of course, you have to have something to support the motor so that you'll be able to get it back in. Just remember that. Alright, so once you get this guy out of the way with those two 17 millimeter nuts, it will expose the upper bolt here that you're going to have to take off. That's what connects the support bracket to the actual engine mount on the back side of the motor. Yeah, and once you can break them all loose, the 4 mounting bolts to the main bracket, and then that mounting bolt to the bracket going to the motor mount. You can loosen them all up now, but like I said a second ago, make sure when you start trying to take all this stuff out, you have something supporting the motor so that it doesn't drop down or twist or something. So either a jack with some tape or wood on it, or if you have a hoist, an engine hoist. Alright, so here's the view from underneath. Yet again, not in the video, but I did remove my portion of my exhaust right there just to get better access. But there's the bracket right here. There's 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th bolt. Come on, camera, focus. There it is right there. You can kind of see the edge of it. So you're taking all 4 of those 17 millimeter bolts off, and then the 14 millimeter bolt that I was pointing to earlier up top. I'm gonna go and break them loose real quick, and we'll be right back. Alright, so as you see, I got all the bolts loose. I did have to take this bolt right here completely out just so I can get that one, but I do have all the bolts loose. And I know what you guys were thinking, what the hell is he talking about using tape to hoist the motor up? But yeah, a whole roll of tape. I use it all the time. It's just something to cushion the jack on the motor when you're trying to support it up, so that it's, sorry about all the moving around with the camera, I'm one-man show here. But yeah, basically jack this up, get this into place, and you will basically once you see the motor kind of lift up just a tad, that's when you're good. Take the bolts out the rest of the way and pull the bracket out. Alright, so I got this guy out from back there, but turns out that my motor mount is actually like super bad. To get this out, I did have to unmount my the gate here for your heater, and I took out the coil packs and removed the heat shield for the O2 sensor harness. Now I got to move on to getting that dang motor mount out so I can get that thing replaced. Alrighty, so got my motor mount out. As you see here, broken in two pieces, not what you want at all. So I'll get a new one of those. But here's the difference between the automatic and the manual mount supports. So as you see here, there's no holes. All you have is the bracket for your O2 sensor harness. If you go to the manual one, you got these two holes here that actually mount the bracket to hook up to the torque dampener, like so. So first thing first, I gotta go to the parts store, give me another motor mount, so I'm not putting new stuff with crappy stuff. And another thing, this boot goes over the top of the mount. It actually makes getting that top bolt out a pain in the ass. So I would highly recommend cutting this back portion just so the boot wraps around it instead of getting in your way later on. Just something I'm gonna do to try to make a difference for me and make the job a little bit easier. But like I said, if you have a manual transmission, basically all the difficult stuff is done already. You just gotta take out your stock torque dampener and put this aftermarket one in. Alright, so as you see, got the new motor mount in, got the new rear mount support in with the holes in the side of it. Now all I got to do is just mount the bracket that holds the torque dampener and get it and put the top back up together, and then we'll be all wrapped up and then we can drive it. Alright everyone, we're back up underneath the car. Got the that bracket right there that the torque dampener hooks up to, mount it to the rear support. Now you're literally just gonna upside down. Slide it on like so. Oops, shit. Fail. And then they give you a little pin that you clip. And you're going to adjust it to where it hooks to that bolt right there. I'm actually going to do a stud because the bolts that are in the kit don't thread into my car, and because I'm an automatic, I don't have the bolt. So that's how that's going to go. Alright, I'll show you in a second when it's all done. Alright, so you mock it up there a couple times. You got two adjustment nuts. You got here and this one. So basically you're going to throw it up in there, get it to where the bolt holes line up on both sides, at that hole right there, and at that the bracket that you just installed at that point right there. And then once you get it all lined up, then you slide it on and you're done. Alright, so there it is. There's with it all in. Got my exhaust hung back up. Yep, there it is. Now all I gotta do is drive it. Alright, so yep, she's all good. All done. Hopefully this video helps you guys out. Gives you guys some insight on how to do this better than just looking at pictures. This is Prescott Auto. Hopefully I'll be doing some more of these videos. See you in the next one.